You know what it is. That's right. It's time to talk money with your money nerd and financial coach. Now, tighten those purse strings and open those ears. It's the Money Talk with Tiff podcast.
Hey, this is Tiffany's Take, where I take on your money questions to answer them right here on the podcast. If you're interested in getting your question answered, feel free to go to moneytalkwitht.com/ask Tiffany, and I will be happy to answer. So the question for today is, hey, Tiff, how do I stay motivated when budgeting and remain consistent? I have trouble staying disciplined. Now, I will tell you, this is a struggle that most of us have, even myself. Even though budgeting for me is something that I do make a habit out of, sometimes you can get off track. And for me, that happened back in August. I was traveling a lot. August, September, I was traveling a lot, and I was not keeping up with my budget. And I was just like, I pray when I get back home, I have enough to cover my bill. So it happens all the time. But here's the thing, and this is what happened to me. I said, okay, Tiffany, once I got back home, I said, okay, look, you have to get back on track because this is how you keep your life in order. And so for me, I have a strong why. And that's what I always encourage people to have. Make sure you have a strong why as to why you're even doing this. Don't think, oh, I just need to budget because that's what everybody says I have to do, or that's what I'm supposed to do as an adult. No, you have to have a stronger why than that. So for me, my why is my budget takes the anxiety away. I deal with a lot of anxiety and depression issues. And so having a budget actually helps my anxiety. So that whole time when I was traveling and all that stuff, I was so anxious about, am I going to have enough money to pay my bills? So for me, my why is, Tiffany, this is how you keep your life in order. And so it's that important to me. So always have a strong why, whether your why is something like I just said or something money related. Maybe you have a goal to save X amount of dollars or pay off X amount of debt or buy a house or whatever it is that you have going on and that you want to do. Make sure that is the why behind why you're even going through this motion. That will help you stick to it a little better. So with that being said, if you do fall off, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. I already told you that. I'm very transparent. And so if that's the case, just restart. It's okay. And you can restart wherever you feel the need to. If it's just tracking, then just start tracking again. If it's actually going into your budget, making adjustments, then go ahead and do that. If it's just keeping an eye on how many times you go out in the week or whatever, just do that. But you have to start somewhere, restart somewhere. So with that being said, hopefully that answers your question. Always have strong whys as to why you're doing something. Make sure it aligns with your values. So that way it can be cemented as to why you're doing it. And then if you fall off track, it's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on track. I help people all the time with just getting back on track. And I even, like I said, do it myself occasionally. So you will be okay. So thank you so much for that question. Hopefully that answered it. And if you want to have your money question answered on Money Talk with Tiff, just go to moneytalkwitht.com/ask Tiffany, and I'll be happy to answer. Bye.
Thank you for listening, joining, and being a part of the Money Talk with Tiff podcast this week. You can check Tiff out every Thursday for a new Money Talk podcast. But if you just can't wait until next week, you can listen to previous podcast episodes at moneytalkwitht.com or follow Tiff on all social media platforms at Money Talk with T. Until next time, spend wise by spending less than you make. A word to the money wise is always sufficient.